So, friends and subscribers, not gonna lie, it's been kind of an anxiety-driven day today. I think there's something wrong with my cat. She peed on my bed, but that's neither here nor there. I don't think I can really put myself together to make another math video tonight, but what I do want to do is show you one of the ways that I do like to de-stress, which is to play some Sum Sudoku. Sum Sudoku is also known as Killer Sudoku. There are those who also know it by its more risque name of Naked Sudoku because you start with no numbers on the grid. Typical Sudoku rules still are in play. Every row and every column and every 3x3 square dictated by the darker gates here has to contain the digits 1 through 9. But also there are these little dashed lines in here that you see. These are called cages. So cages let you know what the sum of all of the digits in that little cage is going to be. So these two are going to add up to 12. These four down here are going to add up to 26. So using only that rule, the idea is to fill out the grid as completely as possible. Now, one big thing that is important in Sum Sudoku, in addition to knowing what your unique sums are, is knowing that the sum of the digits 1 through 9 is 45. So the sum of the digits in every row, every column, and every 3x3 square is going to be 45. And we're going to use that to sort of get us started. So for example, taking a look at the lower left-hand corner, I can account for every single square in here except for one using these three cages here. So 18 plus 16 is 34, plus 7 is 41. 41, when subtracted from 45, would be 4, and lets us know what that 1 would be. Given that the cage total is 6, the other digit would have to be 2. Now, in the 3x3 directly above it, we can now add up 2 plus 13, that's 15, plus 12 is 27, plus 4 is 31, plus 15 is 46. So these 10 squares all add up to 46, but these 9 squares add up to 45, so this one right here would have to be a 1. So what we're going to do is just little steps like that throughout the puzzle and see what we can get going on. So 14 plus 16 is 30, plus 14 is 44, 44 plus 1 gives us our sum of 45, which puts a 2 here. 2 plus 7 is 9, that's 19, that's 31, and this would be 50. These add up to 45, plus this should give us 50, so that'll be a 5 right there. Cool, cool. Another key to success, oh, never mind, just saw one. 17 plus 16 is 33, plus 11 is 44, plus 1 would be 45. Now, given the rotational symmetry, we should be able to do the same thing up here. So 12 and 26 is 38, plus 5 is 43, plus 2 is 45. Cool, cool. So in addition to that strategy, also knowing what some unique sums are is really helpful. For example, the only way that a 2 cage can add up to 17 is through the use of a 9 and an 8. 7 in a 2 cage could be 1 and 6, 2 and 5, or 3 and 4. We've already used the 1 and the 2, so it can't be the earlier 2, it has to be the latter one. 14 can be done in 2 different ways. That could be 9 and 5, or 6 and 8. Obviously we can't do 7 and 7. But given that there are 2 14s up here, one of those is going to be 1, the other one's going to be the other. So all of the other things that have not been placed will go into the 16 here. So 7, 4, 3, and 2 will now be those 4 digits. Cool, cool. That's a little bit of progress. A 2 cage for a sum of 5 can either be 2 and 3 or it can be 1 and 4. We've already used the 2, so this 5 is going to be 1 and 4. It's good stuff. Pose the question, where could a 3 go up here? Can't go in the lower 2, so it's got to be one of these 4. Let's see, we've used the 2 in this column and the 2 in this column, so the 2 in this box has to be in one of these 3 positions. Can't be here though, because 16 is another unique sum. That's 9 and 7 in some order. Let's see what else. In this 3 by 3 box, we can add together the 3 plus 8 for 11, plus 19 for 30, plus 13 for 43, plus 2 for that magic number of 45, meaning that these two are going to add up to 9. So that could be 1 and 8, which contradicts the 1, 2 and 7, which contradicts this 2 as well as this 2, 4 and 5, which contradicts this 5, or it could be 3 and 6. So it's got to be 3 and 6. Meaning that in the center square, we now have 1 plus 3 plus 6 plus 5, that's 15, plus 19, that's 34, plus 17, that's 51. So 51 minus 6 will give us our magic number of 45 in the middle square. Good, good stuff. All right, so making progress. A 9 and a 7 for that 16 up there. We've used the 3 already, so this 8 is unique. That'll be 1, 2, and 5, which means that this 12 is going to be comprised of an 8 and a 4 in some order. Good, 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 good. Let's see what other information that tells us. So this 8 down here, again, a 2 cage of 8 can be 1 and 7, 2 and 6, or 3 and 5. This column already has the 3 and 5 used, and it has the 6 used, so it's going to be comprised of a 1 and a 7. And that's not helpful yet, but it will be eventually. Let's see what else. The 8 that is in the middle square is going to be somewhere in the row of 19. It can't go up here because that would leave a 3 for the other one, which contradicts this 3. Let's see what else. Oh, here's something. This square right here is going to be either 7, 4, 3, or 2. We've already used the 2, 3, and 4, so it's got to be a 7, which necessitates in the second row that this is not 7. And I think that's it for there for now. This 6 guarantees that this 14 cannot be 8 and 6, therefore it's got to be 9 and 5. So this 14 up here will be the 8 and 6, which tells me nothing yet. This 1 and 4 dictates that neither of these squares can be 1, so we'll place a 1 here. ¿Qué más? What else? This 4 is a unique sum. The only way that that can be done is with a 1 and a 3. And now these two columns, the second and third column here, have their 1s accounted for, so we'll see a 1 in one of these two positions. And a 1 in one of these two positions and a 1 in one of these two positions means that the 1s are accounted for in the bottom 2 rows as well. This 3 lets us know that this square can't be a 3. I believe this 10 can now be done uniquely because 2, 3, and 4 all cannot be used, so it's going to be a 1 and a 9. I know that the top one can't be a 1 because this row already has a 1. So this 9 guarantees that this 9 can now be placed, so that 5 can be placed. This 12 is now unique as a 5 and a 7, so it puts a 5 here and a 7 here. So our last two here are going to be 8 and 6. But we already said that there's going to be an 8 in the middle row here, so 8 can't be where the 6 was just placed. Cool. In the last column, the 8 is accounted for, so this square can't be 8, so it's got to be 6. Now, once you make it to about this point, you're going to be able to start throwing in just some regular old Sudoku rules to say, oh, well, that's the thing that has to go here now. In the top row, we have accounted for everything except for, let's see, 1, 2, we still need a 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and we still need a 9. If we put a 3 here, that necessitates a 9 here, which contradicts this 9. So this would be a 9 here and a 3 here. So we've already got the 7 and the 3. We need a 2 and a 4. I think we'll... Oh, but if a 4 in the second row is guaranteed, that means we'll be able to put a 4 here and an 8 here. In the second row, we've now accounted for 1, 2, 3, 4. We don't have a 5. We don't have a 6, 7, 8, 9. So these two are going to be 5 and 6 in some order. So if those two add up to 11, these two are going to add up to, oh, got it. These will be 8 and 7 in some order. I don't think we can get past that just yet. That's okay. This row, sum of the fourth row, is now going to be 4 plus 11. That's 15, plus 5 is 20, plus 19 is 39, plus 6 would give us our magic 45, allowing us to place a 7 as well. Let's see. That 7 allows me to place this 7 and this 8, and that 7 allows me to place this 7 and this 9. Progress. So this 12 can no longer be 9 and 3, it can no longer be 7 and 5, so it's going to be 8 and 4. And we have a 4 down here, so that'll put a 4 up here and an 8 here. These two will be 9 and 5. I see a 5 down here, so we'll put a 5 here and a 9 here. Meaning that we now know that this is going to be 9, 8, and 2 in some order. This cannot be 9 because of this 9. This cannot be 2 because of this 2. And this cannot be 8 because of the... this cannot be 8 because of that 8. But it does let us know what these last two digits are, and that would be 4 and 7. This 7 means that this cannot be 7. So that'll be 7 and 4 in that particular order. This spot right here we said is going to be 1 and 7, and that's about all we got for now. So we'll just let that be. This 13 cannot be 6 and 7, cannot be 9 and 4, therefore it's got to be 8 and 5. That doesn't tell me as much information as I want. We'll mark down the 8 and the 5 though. Let's see. Oh, actually that does give us some information. Now we've used the 8 in the 4th column and the 6th column, so 8 has to go here. The only other two that we're missing are 9 and 2, so 9 knocks that out, so that'll be 9 here and 2 here. So now in the 4th column we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We are missing 6. Oh, that one feels good. That one feels real good. So this can no longer be 1 and 6, and it cannot be 3 and 4, so it's got to be 2 and 5, but we've already placed a 2 here, so it'll be 2 here, 5 here. The only thing that the first column doesn't have is a 1. This 1 allows me to place this 1, and therefore that's 7. Let's see, does that give us any other tidbits? Yes. So this 11 could be 6 and 5, that's a contradiction. Could be 9 and 2 or 8 and 3, those are all contradictions, so it's got to be 7 and 4. This 7 forces that 7 and this 4, which allows me to figure out these 4 digits. Everything is accounted for except for 2, 3, got a 4, 5, and 6. So 2, 3, 5, and 6. In the last column we've already used 2, 3, and 6, so we'll put a 5 there. In this row we've already used 2 and 3, so we'll put a 6 here. So these two are 2 and 3. We have a 3 up here, so we'll put a 3 down here and a 2 here. Good, good. 1, 2. We need to place a 3 in this block. We've already got a 3 taking out these two. 4, 5. We need 6 and 8. Already got an 8 here, so 8 and 6. Oh yeah, normal Sudoku rules to get those. We got a 4 here, so that puts a 4 here, 1 here. That 1 forces this 1 and this 3. This one, don't have a 2. Allows me to put the 5. This 5 forces this 5 and this 8. The only thing we don't have here is a 9 and a 4. 4 up here, 9 here. This 9 forces this 9 and this 8. You still need a 2 and a 4. 4 here puts a 4 here and a 2 here. Wow, I hope that somebody takes something out of this, because that was fun to do. Yeah, more math videos when I feel better. You know what? I do feel better. Thanks for bearing with me through this video. I'm feeling much better.